Right, well, good morning everybody. Once again, welcome back to plot. I've managed to get one of my favourite homes in North Shields. Of course, it's one of the stables up here in the private parks at about 20 minutes away from my home. They made me trusty trolley, and what I've managed to get this morning is some really first class manure, not much straw in it. There's quite a bit of straw in some of the pots. I don't mind taking everything because, as I say, the straw rots down just as well as the actual horse muck. And it puts a really good mixture in with your compost. If you've been following me lately, I showed you how I start making my compost, all the garden waste, all the green waste, and of course all my home waste, and a good helpful horse manure, and just level it out each level. And what the horse manure does, it speeds up the composting, and after 6 months you can have a full bin of really good compost ready for using in your garden. As I say, I like to compost all my stuff down first. If I've got any spare, it'll go on the land in the winter, and the winter will wash it in, so come springtime it's really nice for using. As I say, I've got some really good stuff this morning, some really first class muck. So what I'll be doing with this, I'll be taking it home, we'll go down the plot, and all I need is an onion bag, an old onion bag. We'll fill up with this one. The other one will probably be used for one of the other muck bins, but you see, I can come here twice a week, 3 times a week if I want. And there's always plenty of manure. The owner of the horses at the stables here just puts it outside, so it's a great 3 feed for a little bit of walking, but I don't mind that. As I say, it's really nice of them just to put it outside and we can use it for our gardens. But I'll take this one home, we'll go to the plot, I'll put them on the onion bags, and we'll get one of the tanks. This time of the year, feeding's paramount for everything. Your fruits are starting to ripen, they're getting nice and big, and they need a load of feed. Not only just water, plenty of water, but plenty of good feed in it. So this is what I'm going to do today. We'll fill an onion bag up and drop it in a tank, and what we'll do, we'll suspend that onion bag in the water, and what will give us a nice brown tea. Fantastic for feeding tomatoes, anything, peppers, all your chilies, anything that's under cover. And I'll put 2 or 3 bags in different tanks. As you see, I've got comfrey in there, I've got nettles in there, and now I'm on the horse manure. But this time of the year, midsummer, your fruits are massive on your plants, and they're wanting all the feed you can give them. So this is one way of doing that, adding a bit of extra feed with the water. So we'll get this loaded up, and we'll get home and we'll start filling some bags up. What I'm going to do next week is to try and get out to the sea coast, down to the seafront. We're only 5 or 6 miles away from Time Out, where I live here. So I'm going to take a trolley down with us and see if we can get 3 or 4 bags of seaweed. A lot of people might think, oh, it's a long way to go just for a bit of seaweed, but if you're doing it once a week, 52 weeks of the year, fantastic. You've always got that little bit of seaweed. Once again, the seaweed, I'll add it to the muck bins every week. Just be a little bit in each bin. After I put the green manure in, horse manure, bit of seaweed, manure from out the house, the compost from out the house, and it just all rots down to a fantastic comely texture, which you'll have 6 months' time. Keep the bins well covered, nice and airy, nice and moist. Every time I put stuff in the bins, I always put a sprinkle of water on the top, so it's moist all the way through the whole bin. And within 6 months, you should get a fantastic bin of compost to go around your plants, or mixed. I use a lot with me mixes, homemade composts. So that's the way I do mine. But yeah, we'll get this home anyway. This is the first lot, and hopefully we'll get stuck into getting some nice muck bins ready for next year. I've got seeds to sow, pansies, polyanthus, wallflowers, Bellis daisies, loads to be getting on with. So we'll see you on the plot in about half an hour's time. Okay, bye for now. Right, well, good afternoon everybody. It's a tad warmer in here than where it is where it's been outside. It was absolutely beautiful this morning. Sun was shining when I was getting the manure, and of course we're focused for some rain tonight, but I think judging by it, it's on its way now. It's starting to cool right down, which is not a bad thing because it's absolutely baking in these tunnels. Of course, I just put a load of nettles in here last night, and the stench, absolutely amazing. And of course it's starting to ferment already with the heat in here. So as I say, I just keep adding a bag each week, and it just rots down really nice into a nice pea soup. That's which is one of my favourite ones. But of course, the best one yet is the old horse muck, and it's just ordinary onion bag. A 3/4 fill it with good horse muck, good solid horse muck, and just a bit of old blue rope. Get that nice and tight. It's quite an easy job to do, and of course you don't have to worry about lifting too heavy a load because it's suspended in the water, so you just have to give it a couple of gentle tugs every now and again, and it'll, as I say, the weight of the water will bring it up for you, up and down. Now you want to get that nice and tight as you can, so it doesn't slip off. And there we have it. It's just an old onion bag full of good horse manure. And as I say, there you are, it's floating on, it's actually floating on the top of that barrel there. But once the water seeps into the manure, it'll take on a different weight, and then you can just gently plunge it every day. What I like to do, I leave like a good tail on mine, and what I have got up here is some hooks, and I can just pull it tight if I need tight, and just put a little back hitch in it, and that'll keep that floating in the water. As I say, all I have to do is just to give it a couple of pulls every other day, and already it's turning a nice brown juice. So I'm going to have to get there. There we are, little package here, and that's absolutely beautiful. And as usual, I'm forgetting the main thing, the measuring pot. As I say, the temperatures in here are up in the 80s. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, the wind's really picking up, so ideally I want to get this video finished before it gets too windy. As I say, the nettle juice, well, there we are. It's absolutely fantastic, nice, and that's only after a day. Nice and green. That'll be ready for using tomorrow. Just depending on how warm it is in your tunnels, what temperature the water is, and it ferments really quickly. But I like to add a fresh bag full of nettle juice to that every week, and it just gives us a nice. Now that's only been in there 5 minutes. So you just keep giving it gentle pulls, day in, day out, and there we are. We've got a nice brown liquid. Beautiful. And that's only after 5 minutes. Come back tomorrow, and that'll be a beautiful brown soup. Your plants are the stars. Your tomatoes, your peppers, your chilies, everything, cucumbers, everything that's inside. They're the stars. So treat them like a star. Make them some champagne drinks up. Can't get any better than that, and it's free. And see if you can get yourself a good load of horse manure. The 2 lots that I got this morning, 1 lot is now going into between the muck bins, and 1 lot is going into this tank. Next week I can do exactly the same again in that tunnel. Bring another bag full down, fill it in your bag, and suspend a rope in there. And as I say, all you have to do is just give it a couple of gentle tugs every day. Just keep it well topped up, and that's the outcome. It's a lovely brown juice. We love a cool drink in the summer, us to chill we're off, so the plants are no different. You get them a good drink of this nice cool water with a bit of nettle juice or a bit of manure in, and as I say, it's a champagne drink for the plants, and that's what it's all about. Keep your plants healthy, keep them well fed, well watered, and they'll reward you at no end. So that's my little tip for the manure. As I say, if you've got manure sitting around, put it in a bag, get it in the tank. Make yourself a nice brown consommé soup up. Absolutely fantastic. I'd be drinking it myself, but I think I'll stick to the lemonade and the other cider. But that's it for now. Don't go away, because we're going to get cracking outside tomorrow. I've got a bag of compost, multi-purpose compost, just a small bag, I've got my sharp sand here, and I'm going to make a mix up, and we're going to get sown the pansies and the polyanthus, but they'll be sown outside on the bench, on the outside bench, on trays, newspapers on. As I say, I'll water everything from underneath, so I'll be watering these from underneath, but they'll have a little bit of cover over the top from any heavy rain, and but they'll be open all around the outsides, and we'll just bring them away nice and slowly. The pansies especially, I want them in now, so I can get them pricked up for next month, and hopefully by September you've got a nice big plant in the pots, ready to put in your baskets, or ready just to put in your garden for next spring. But that's the idea. Hopefully tomorrow, and as I say, I'll start the next video off next week. We'll get ourselves down the coast, down the beach. We'll take our boat and spade if you want, and we'll get some nice seaweed, and that's a totally different feed altogether. Whereas your nettle leaves are the nitrates, your horse manure is just a good all-round feed. Your seaweed's completely different. It's full of potash. It's got hundreds of minerals in, really good. And so I'll be bringing the seaweed up, and I'll use it in different ways. You can crush it down and get a liquid from it, or what I like to do is just add it to compost bins, the special compost bins that you're using. The ones I use for making my own mixes up at the beginning of the year, I always had a bit of seaweed to them. Every other week, just a little bit of seaweed in with the manure, and you'll be surprised how good the compost is. Lovely black gold. Come January and February when I'm making my mixes up, them bins will be absolutely fantastic. I've got about 6 or 7 bins down the side here that I'm going to be using this September, and they'll replace the tunnels. They'll just get tipped straight in, nothing special, tipped in and dug in. The ones up the top that I'm filling now, next January they'll be ready, and they'll be sieved. They'll just be put through a bread tray, and I get a nice mixture out of it to go into my compost. But that's all for a later video. But for now, as I say, the champagne drinks. Look after your plants, feed them well, water them well, and they'll reward you to no end. Honest, get some of this stuff into them. Fantastic. So I'm going to knock off for the night, dig up a few tins, and we'll get cracking with these pansies tomorrow. Okay? So I'll see you all soon. Right, well, good afternoon everybody. It's another lovely afternoon here in the northeast. Sun's just starting to go down now. We'll promise a little bit of rain through the night, but unfortunately I don't think it was enough. And I'm hoping we're going to get some heavy downfalls focused for tomorrow with a few thunderstorms. But hey ho, we'll wait and see what happens. But, to get this video finished off anyway, and today I'm sowing, of course, your favourites, polyanthus and pansy, winter flowering pansy, and of course your polyanthus for the spring of next year. Absolutely fantastic flowers. $2.50 for a packet of, as I always like to read the back, 100 seeds. Can't beat it. Sow them properly, and you'll get some first class plants for planting out at the end of the year. First thing, you always know my mixture when I'm planting seeds like this. It's a full bucket of multi-purpose compost. Smallest size bucket you're using, or what amount you're using, always use the same thing. If I'm doing multi-trays, I'll use 2 buckets in 1 bucket, 2 in 1 mixture. So it's a full bucket of multi-purpose compost and half a bucket of really good sharp sand. And that mixture now is fantastic. It's really, really sharp, free draining. What I've already done, I've pre-soaked it. They're sitting on trays now. These are trays that are going to keep all the moisture in. I put a good few sheets of newspaper on the bottom, which acts like a sponge, blotting paper, great stuff. I'll pre-soak them. They were really soaking, but you can see now the mold is drained off there now because there's that much sand in it. It's a great mixture. Now all I like to do, it depends on what I'm sowing. When I'm sowing polyanthus, they don't like to be prohibited from light, so I'll sow them across the top of the compost, and the pansy I'll sow in rows. You know how I like to sow my spring seedlings. I put them in rows so they're easy enough to prick off into little groups when they get bigger. And as with the pansy, there's 100 seed in there. So if I put 2 rows or 3 rows in there, I'm guaranteed at least 30 plants per row, and that's ideal for me. I can just go along and prick them off into about 50 pots of multi-cells multi-celled pansy for the for potting on into a bigger pot later on. But anyway, we'll start with the polyanthus first, because what I'm going to do with these, I'm going to broadcast them, and they're just going to sit on top of the compost. They don't like being prohibited from light, so as I say, they're out here in all weathers, and all it is on top of a frame is a polycarbonate sheet. So all the sides are open, plenty of fresh air, and this is how I like to grow mine. If I've been a bit late in the year getting the seeds sown, I've sown them in the bottom polyton where there's been plenty of fresh air coming through, and not too warm. So that's nice and even, that compost. We'll do the polyanthus first, and as I say, I'm going to broadcast these, hence the specs on, because these seeds are getting smaller and smaller, and of course with the Johnson seed you always get a nice little marker for your pot. I always carry a couple extra ones around just to be on the safe side. So that's me large tray marked. It's an easy job. As I say, this tray as well has been well soaked. So it's you can actually see the newspaper's nice and damp there now, so the moisture is soaked right through. But the last thing I want to do before I sow the seed, and it's something that I've used for years. Well, these packets are getting really fiddly. And what I like to do with these, I like to tip the packet out onto the palm of my hand. I'm just going to lay that down for a second and hope the wind doesn't catch up and blow it all over. But just give them another light spraying right over the top. And of course this is the old chamomile tea. I use it every time when I'm seed sowing. Give it a nice, really good spray with that. Doesn't do any harm, gives a little bit of protection for the seeds. Stops any unwanted bugs coming through. And once again, I'll give that one a pre-soaking where the pansies are going to go. Oh yeah, that's jamming up, that's better now. That nozzle needs a good clean out. I'll take it down home with this and give it a good soaking in some soapy water and clean it out. That's better, getting a good bit of chamomile tea on there now, so that they're well soaked, pre-soaked. And as I say, with a polyanthus, I'll let you just tip them out in the palm of my hand. You can see exactly what you've got, and then it's easy enough job just to go around. There's 100 seeds, so you can be pretty well spaced with these. As I say, I don't like to do it when it's too windy, because the seeds do get blown around a lot. Now what you can do with these, if you've got a little bit of vermiculite or a little bit of perlite, you can sprinkle a little bit of perlite over it, and all that's doing is just anchoring the seeds to the soil. With it being pre-soaked and wet, the seeds are going to stick straight away to that. So that's the polyanthus done. But they'll just sit under here. I might put a bit of net along the side here, just for a windbreak, because that's west facing over there, and we do tend to get a few strong winds from the west, so I might just put a little bit of net on there, but the front here will be wide open. So it's the polyanthus done, well chuffed with them. It's a full tray of them in there sown. Then the small one, what I can do with these, what I always like to do with my bedding plants, is just to get a pen and press into the compost and just make 3 or 2 furrows, whatever, depending on the amount of seed you've got. Just some furrows, some lines along, so you know exactly where you're going with your seed. And once again, getting the packets out. Now these are a lighter colour, so you can actually see them dropping from the packet, which makes life a lot easier. So I'm just going to lift that up into the corner there, so it's a little bit higher for us, and I'm just going to gently tap the seeds along these furrows. There's 100 seed in there, so I should get, as I say, 3 furrows, around about 30 odd seed in each furrow. And these will end up Really nice, strong little plants. Now, the difference with these, I need to put a little bit of covering on the pansies. Not too much. Once again, if you've got a little bit of perlite or a little bit of vermiculite, sprinkle it over the top. What I've got here, I've got the same mix, nice sandy, well drained, multi-purpose compost with a little bit extra sharp sand. And all I do with that is just put a tiny bit along the rows of the pansy, and that's them sorted. So if you want to sow some flowers now for next spring, now it's just time to get them in. So that's that done. That's the pansies in. As I say, there's 3 rows in there now in that small tray, and it'll come away spot on. Once again, just give them a dampen down with a little bit of chamomile tea. Now that the seeds are on the top there, they'll romp away. So that's them ones out the way. All the moon with them. They'll just sit in the back there. As I say, if we do get any heavy rains are going to come on the top. I'm only worried the weather's going to move up from the southwest tomorrow, so we should still be okay here. I'll just make sure I place them, shift this watering can, make sure I place them a little bit farther along towards these, and they'll not get any damage with heavy rain come from the southwest. So that's fine. I'm well pleased with them. They're in. Now I've got foxgloves, I've got wallflowers. Bellis daisy can go in here in trays. The foxgloves can go in trays, and of course the wallflowers, well, I'll put a row in the garden next week. We'll find a space where we can stick them in, and we'll put a row of wallflowers in. Also, you have a bit extra room as well as where I put the seed row, because I'll be transplanting in a few weeks' time. Once the wallflowers get up to a decent size, transplant them just next to each other out the row, and let them thicken up ready for September planting out. So they should be spot on. There's another packet of pansy there, but I'll put them in tomorrow and get a bit more time. And the last thing I want to do before I go away is just do my marker. Then you know all your trays are well marked. You know exactly what's in them. So that's them out the way. One job I must get done next week. I'll have to get cracking on, get some compost made up. There's the strawberries. Now, this is the one I got off Dave Shaw at the beginning of the year. It's absolutely monster, and I'm going to have to look that up. It's a Senia. It's a large flowering one, and it's a large fruiting one, but the runners off there is absolutely fantastic. They're growing great, really nice and strong. So I'm hoping to get about a dozen plants off that one. But what I will do next week, and I think that one's Colossus. Yeah, that one's Colossus. Once again, there's the runners coming off. Now, they've had no special feeding whatsoever. They've just sat outside here on the bench. They've had a little bit of soapy water sprayed on them. They're nice and clean. There was a little bit of green fly on them, but as I say, I just give them a little dose of a tiny drop of rhubarb juice with the soapy water, and give them a good spray of that, and of course they're nice and clean there now. So what I'll be doing with them is giving them a good drink of nettle juice over the next couple of weeks. As I say, nettle juice has got full of nitrates. It's not going to harm them because you've got no fruit on the plant, you've got no flowers on. It's building up it's getting the plant built up. Get these runners, feed the runners, and then you get some excellent cuttings. We'll probably start I like to try and start mine for the beginning of August. Get them rooted for the end of August, and then ready for potting off into the final pots in September. So hopefully that's all good for now. But yep, the polyanthus in, pansies in, strawberries are coming next. We'll do a video on them in a week's time. For all you that's on the Facebook page, I did post an article on Time Out this afternoon. It come up on my Facebook page. It's a small documentary about Time Out and exactly where we are on the northeast coast. the piers, the castle, Timeout Sands. Now what I will be doing in a couple of weeks' time, I did mention before that I'll be heading down for some seaweed. Well, that's the place, King Eddie's Bay or the Haven. That's where I'll be going for my seaweed. Just take my trolley down with us, nice down in the bus, nice leisurely walk down at the beach, good bag of seaweed, back up on the bus. Nothing easier than that. And I'll be doing that once a week. But what I will do, I'll take my camera with us, and I'll show you around town with some of the sights. Be a bit of a change from being stuck in here on the plot, and I'll show you exactly what I do with my seaweed. But as I say, we're starting to get the bins geared up now. A lot of them have been emptied out for this year's crops, so we're starting to fill them back up now. We'll have a lot of green stuff coming off the garden within the next few weeks. So what you want to do is you want to have good supply of horse manure, so you can mix with your green, you can mix with your brown, stuff that comes out of the house, your cardboard, your paper, eggshells, potato peelings, all that, and just in equal quantities, and no doubt you'll have a fantastic compost for next year. I'll show you all that in the next video. As I say, we'll get ourselves way down Timeout, and we'll try and scoop up a couple of bags of seaweed, and at the same time I'll show you our coastline. But yeah, that's it for the time being. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it give you a few tips. As I say, the barrel that's in there, I've just been in, and Roger's been watering the tomatoes with it this morning. It's absolutely beautiful. Just give it another good shaking this morning. I'm busy topping the barrel up again. By tomorrow it'll be exactly the same. It'll be a full barrel, but it'll be a lovely barrel of juice, nice brown liquid, just for feeding tomatoes. And I absolutely love it. They thrive in it. But that's what it's all about. And I say it's free. If you can get your hands on some good local horse manure, then by all means do it. If you don't want to put it in the land, put it in bags, in your barrels, or get it in your compost bins. And it's a great way to rot down your greens in your garden, whatever comes off the garden, and get yourself some nice free compost for next year. But that's what it's all about, is trying to save a few coppers. I hope I helped you with them few little tips on the seedlings. As I say, don't forget the chamomile tea. It's one of the musts. Always give them a good soak with that. Once it breaks surface, the seedlings, they'll get another good spray chamomile, and that'll keep them nice and healthy. And they'll, as I say, hopefully within 3 or 4 weeks' time we'll be putting them off in small cups. Nice little plants for planting out in September and October. Baskets or whatever you want. You know, because pansies are always a great flower for the spring. I love them. But yeah, that's great. As I say, thanks for sharing. There's quite a few new subscribers coming online. Great stuff. I'm over the moon. Lots of comments on what we do on here and how we do it. If we're helping you, by all means, great stuff. Don't forget to comment down below. Don't forget to share. Keep on subscribing, and we'll be over the moon. We'll see you all again on the plot soon. Hopefully next week, if we get a good fine day, I'll take us down to Timeout, and we'll have a little scratch around them rock pools and see if we can get ourselves a nice bit of seaweed, and that'll help the plants to no end. I tell you, fantastic stuff. If you're on the coast, get yourself down there. You can use, if you're inland, you can easily get it in the shops, calcified seaweed. I know it's not the same as the real stuff, but no doubt it'll do just the same. But I'm going to knock off tonight. As I say, I've got the tomatoes to feed down below. I may have to start tying some of these canes up soon, because these are the new canes on the raspberries. We've had quite a few raspberries over the last couple of weeks. I don't know. Roger's been picking many yet, but there's certainly some beauties on there. And the taste, oh man, unbelievable. So that's another job that's coming up. Get the raspberries cut down and get all the new canes tied in. All ready for we're planning for next year. But the height, the plum tree is absolutely festooned. So I'm looking forward to some nice plums. I've got a big heavy pear tree and a big heavy apple tree. Nothing better than that. Free fruit, and of course the rhubarb keeps coming and coming and coming. So yeah, on the whole it's been quite good this year, and we're over the moon. So I'll see you all again soon. Hopefully I'll pick a free day next week. Nice sunny day and we'll get ourselves way down the coast. Okay? I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.